Waffles.
Alright, we're back. Ugh, the slowdown! Ooh. This guy needs to go. Yeah, look at that sweet, crispy slowdown. That's how you know this game is old, when it has that classic, disgusting slowdown. Everybody needs it, everybody loves it. It's all for you. Recently, I've been into watching a whole lot of the Dragon Ball movies. Now, right now, I've watched all of the OG Dragon Ball movies, except for Path of Power. And I quite like them. I enjoy them quite a lot. I think they're very fun. I don't understand why people hate a lot of them, because they're just charming little adventure stories. And, you know, you can't go wrong with that. I find all the characters in OG Dragon Ball to be just so adorable. Obviously, I don't think they're as, like, cool as, the ones in Z are, but they're just so charming, and they come from a very, like, childlike, very childlike place. And I think so much of the identity of Dragon Ball is rooted into OG Dragon Ball that I find it so strange when people just attempt to dismiss it for no apparent reason. It's weird. I need to switch to the electric spark. Spark shock. I don't know. It's a weapon in this game that I don't use very often, but it makes this guy a cakewalk. There we go. See what happens is if you use the weakness, his armor comes off. And he's all gross and slimy and greasy. He's just a naked armadillo now. He has no armor. That's something I really appreciated about the Mega Man X games, even though, well, especially X1, 2, and 3. Maybe not X3, but even if you have a boss's weakness, they don't become, like, entirely easy. You still gotta, you know, think a little bit with your head how to go about certain situations. And you know what? That's cool. I don't see very many games encouraging players to do, you know, whatever they want to do. A lot of games these days, I notice, while they are all well and good for the most part, they always seem to ease the player back into an intended sort of gameplay style. And while that's good for new players, someone who's more adventurous and more hardcore of a gamer might not want to go the easier route. So you're kind of alienating, I'd say, maybe half of your audience. Obviously, you don't have to do that with every game in the world. Some games... I mean, some games don't need to be, like, incredibly difficult, but... For me, if a game's not, like, difficult, or challenging to some extent, then why would I want to play it? That's, like, not fun to me. If it's so easy, it just feels like I didn't earn something. That, like, little piece of gratification. Oh, and I always hated this. You guys probably on the recording can't even see what I'm shooting here. Storm... Yeah, now you can see it. Storm Eagle's weapon is, a partial screen nuke, essentially. It does so much damage, but it has this flickering effect that with a 24 or 30 FPS recording device such as this, you probably can't be able to tell when it's being shot. And that's why sometimes with, like, iframes for enemies in video games, they just kind of become invisible. I think the best example of the invisible kind of character sort of thing would be for probably Sonic the Hedgehog, the original Sonic the Hedgehog with the shield. The shield in that game is very I think you could just annihilate this guy with the... Yep, you can. Guess who was right? I never like using a boss's weakness in the boss's stage. Because, you know, even though I have more than enough weapon energy to make the weakness work the way that I want it to, I just think it's important to conserve as much as you can. It's like money. Save money, you have more money. Aw, dang it. Oh! That was a bad idea, actually. I usually one-shot that little Ouroboros enemy with one charged... Oh, I gotta do this crap again. There we go. Yeah, at least I get like a full restore back, though. That's important. But the reason why I went down here to get this guy, the Ouroboros enemy, was because there's a heart tank behind it that I need to get. Because the final boss of this game sucks. All the final bosses in the Mega Man X games kind of suck. They're very annoying. Way too much damage. It kind of forces you to use the sub-tanks, which I don't think the sub-tanks should be used as like a crutch for a player. I feel like they should just be there for the players that actually, you know, want them and need them. Some of the enemies you could tell were coming from a specific way, because you could hear them. But, not with this capture device. This capture device, I'm pretty sure, only does, monaural sound. Which, that's kind of lame, but, you know. It's 20 bucks, what are you gonna do? Probably wasn't even 20 bucks, it was like 10. Yeah, 10 bucks on Amazon, you get this dinky piece of garbage. I mean, it does the job for what it is. But, you know. Not entirely what I wanted. I would really want to get like an upscaler, so I could play retro games and not like a... Because right now I'm pretty sure this is 720p. I like the crisp pixels of like a 1080p or 4K resolution. And you can't really get that when you're just playing it like natively, because I'm playing this on a Retron, which is like a third-party aftermarket console. The thing is just like frame upscalers, they are so expensive for like no reason. I don't understand why those things are so expensive. They don't seem like crazy pieces of technology. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are frame upscalers in like OBS that you could install. Alright, we are on our... No, we are not on our last stage. We have to revisit Boomer Kawanger because I forgot the, I missed the heart tank last time. I always loved the very light, exploratory elements in Mega Man X. I kinda just like exploration in just any game, really. I don't like crazy exploration, but I like when it's like nice and light like this, where, you know, you don't have to go like crazy out of your way to like make up these insane routes. It's about as simple as just picking the stage that would benefit you the most for least backtracking and find the collectible. And sometimes they're in really cool locations. It's something that I feel like the other Mega Man X games missed out on, where the stage changes. Like if you defeat Storm Eagle, his ship is what is crash-landed in Spark Mandrill's stage, so the power's going out. Or the lava can become ice in Flame Mammoth stage if you defeat Chill Penguin out like right from the beginning. I don't know why I'm stuttering. I don't know, after a while, after like an hour of almost non-stop talking now, you know, my mouth starts to hurt, and I kind of glaze over my own words. I don't think glazing would be the right term, like, not even slurring, really. I don't know, bad English, that's what it is. That's all it is, bad English. I don't know how to speak English, maybe my first language, but, you know, not everyone can speak it fluently. English sucks. I'm gonna become like Skullface in Metal Gear Solid 5. I just hate language so much I'm gonna have to kill everybody who ever spoke English. One of my all-time favorite plush YouTubers when I was younger and growing up was Luigi Fan. You may not have heard of him, you may have, who knows. I'm just gonna introduce you to him. Essentially what he did with his videos was he was unlike any plush YouTuber that I had ever seen, because while a lot of plush YouTubers had their own, you know, interpretations of, like, Nintendo characters, Luigi Fan had incarnations of characters that were pretty game accurate. Nowadays he kind of strays a little bit from, you know, the kinds of characters that... The characterization of his characters. But I think it's really just as a way to keep things fresh and interesting, which, you know, I respect. Because I feel like a lot of plush YouTubers are very, very stagnant with, you know, the terms of writing, stuff like that. I'm gonna take a real big sip of water before I fight this annoying boss fight that has like 1,000,000 hits. No joke, the boss that's right here, right after this, like little stone thing, makes this game into a 9 out of 10 for me, instead of a 10. This is the crappiest boss I think I've ever fought in a video game. He has way too much health. His head is the only place where you could hit him. All he does is jump around like an idiot. It's annoying. It's not even hard. See, look how much damage he did to me. That's like nothing. And that's before I get the armor upgrade. That was like 2 pieces of damage. I could get hit 1,000,000 times by this guy, and it wouldn't matter. One day, I'm gonna look up how many hits it actually does take to kill this stupid thing. I don't even know what it's called. All I know is that it has, like, big, fat nipples. The size of dinner plates. It's terrible. When he starts smoking, I'm pretty sure that's, like, when he's at, like, halfway health. There we go. Jeez. Why? That's such a ridiculous amount of hits to kill that thing. And for what? An armor upgrade? Enemies aren't even that strong in this game to begin with. Why do I need an armor upgrade? Should have done something else. I think it is entirely possible to get your, like, maximum charge shot to do, like, 1 damage. That I know for a fact is a bug. Because I think the little hitbox, like the aftershock effect behind X when he shoots the charge shot, it has a hitbox, but it only deals 1 damage. That's what I'm pretty sure is what happens. Growing up, I used to watch a lot of old shows, mostly from DVD. And by old shows, I'm not talking about like stuff that's like from the 80s or 90s. Well, maybe aside from Batman the Animated Series, but I watched shows that like were considered old by the time I was like young. Like Batman Brave and the Bold was like one of the first shows I ever watched. But, like, even by the time that show was being watched by me, it was already, like, 4 years old or something. For those of you who don't know, there's a very hidden secret in Armored Armadillo stage that you could only get once you've, gotten everything else, as you can see here. And there's this enemy here that gives you, like, 1,000,000 extra lives. I think there's a life pretty much like there's like a 50% chance of it dropping a life. And you need a lot of these because is that enough? Yes. Because the way to get this secret is really dumb. And I don't know how they expected anybody to get the secret. Because what it is it's a Hadouken from Street Fighter. And to get it, you have to go to the very end of the stage, to like the very top platform. And once you grab the health that's up there, you gotta dive off of the stage. I'm pretty sure 4 times. But I don't think it's like you have to die in that particular stage visit 4 times. I think you only have to die... It's like a global variable that is checked. You know, just how many times you've died in Armored Armadillo stage. And there he is. I know this is the Japanese copy of the game, but I think it says something like, "Wow, you are so cool." Or something like that. It sounds really bemoaning. Wow, you're so cool. And what I always liked is, like, X says Hadouken. It's real cute.